Transport unions, what have you made of this whole Sydney fiasco with the fireworks?
Well, they haven't covered themselves in glory. No doubt their family and friends got to them, but it's a big win for Chris Minns and the Labor government in New South Wales. But they've brought this on themselves. There was a 2.5% wage increase per annum cap for the New South Wales public servants. It goes back to a previous Labor government, by the way. The Liberals didn't introduce it. They just maintained it. He abolished it. Then he gives the police 39% over 4 years, paramedics 29% over 4 years, hospital cleaners 9% in 1 year. So the train drivers thought they'd just joined the queue. But you can't compare apples and oranges. And the police savings, for instance, paid for that increase in wages. Paramedics were too low to start with. So they were greedy, the train drivers. Their tactics were irresponsible, and they paid a very heavy public criticism for it.
All right, heading overseas, and quite the Christmas message from Donald Trump, buying Greenland from Denmark, taking back the Panama Canal, and issues with Canada. He even speculated about it becoming the 51st state.
Yeah, that's payback to Trudeau, who he despises, and Justin Trudeau lauded it over Trump, particularly when he left office. So that's just to needle Justin Trudeau, who's on his way out.
Well, he said Wayne Gretzky should be the ice hockey player.
Yes, you've got to admit there's some humour. But there's method to his madness on Greenland and Panama Canal. He feels that American shipping, particularly the American Navy, are paying too high a transit fee for the Panama Canal, given that Americans built it and paid for it, mind you, more than 100 years ago. But nonetheless, he carries these things around with him. So he's trying to bring down the cost to American shipping and worldwide shipping as a consequence. Greenland is strategically very important. The Americans have a huge airbase there. They've had it since 1943. It's full of minerals and resources that could be tapped, but most importantly, the Chinese are very interested in Greenland because there's an increase in the North Atlantic shipping lanes, and it's a very geopolitically strategic point, Greenland. He's gone about it the wrong way, and he presumably doesn't expect to buy or invade Greenland, but he is signalling his interest in the area. So,
because they all want to have a relationship, they have to have a relationship. So this is all part of that too.
That's a very good point, Tim. He softens people up. He doesn't believe in sending envoys or long dissertations. He wants action, and he does it by Twitter. So in 3 or 4 sentences, he can't quite explain the issues. He's just got to go for the punchline. I
wonder if he had the opportunity to sit down for Christmas lunch. Well, we thought 2024 was interesting. 2025 is going to be fascinating.
Correct.
This is the place to be. We've got the local election, Donald Trump's inauguration. It's going to be huge. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Peter.